Hello.
Rocking it.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Night Cheese Book Club.
How exciting.
Your favorite podcast starring your favorite sisters.
Yes. If you know another pair of sisters,
Name them. Name them now.
Yeah,
Name 5 pairs of sisters.
no, you don't.
You don't know any sisters, you idiot.
I don't know why you lie.
Sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
mean to call you an idiot.
Yeah, we're sorry. I don't know what got into us.
You know what? I did not take my medication today.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, now it's too late, or else I'll be up at midnight rearranging my furniture.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, because sometimes it's nighttime activity, and then, yeah, you're a little tired the next day, but, like, do you have an organized room? Yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to pay the price for greatness.
For sure. That's exactly...
Yeah.
I'm sure that's exactly what they thought when they said, let's make some Adderall.
That's what everyone thinks before they do math. I just need to be zazzed one more time.
Not, I have to make this phone call. Let me do this real quick. Build up my courage.
Yeah.
There's so many motorcycles. If you can hear it, man.
Which in itself is not a problem, but there's something about right by where we live that people just want to do.
Yeah, it's the street that people are like
revving rascal.
They just want to ride a motorcycle down it, and I can't blame them, but it's also like, I guess.
I guess you're doing that.
Yeah, you just want to look at some trees
quickly.
Yeah, you can't even appreciate it.
Oh, well, today's episode is Play Nice by the very wonderful Rachel Harrison with a theme of BRAT.
Yeah.
Just BRAT.
Just BRAT. Like, remember that summer that we all had?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that summer.
BRAT. BRAT summer. Except BRAT spring?
BRAT. Yeah, BRAT spring. You know what's funny? I feel like it does fit with BRAT spring because it's not a BRAT summer. It's BRAT spring.
Yeah. We've grown up.
We've grown up and it's gotten sillier.
That's true. I take so many things way less seriously.
Yeah.
Well, Presley, what have you been doing since we last spoke to our lovely listeners?
So I thought I'd bring up 2 things. One of them being, obviously, we've posted about it before on the Instagram, but that I do a Rocky Horror Shadowcast, which shout out to all my castmates. It's super fun to do. I really enjoy it. Unfortunately, right now we're kind of in a transition mode, so we're going to be taking, like, I guess, I don't know, a little hiatus from it maybe, but I wanted to say that if you guys ever get a chance to do something like that, absolutely do it. It's so fun. If somebody has a question about it, ask me, but it's great. It's I don't know. I guess nobody might not know what it is. Yeah, I think
you should explain it.
So if anyone's seen the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show, they play it up on a screen in the background, and then people act it out underneath of it. Like, we have like little props and stuff, and we do silly things, and just have a good time with it. Generally, I loved playing Eddie, but my favorite was Riff Raff, just because, like, what's funny to me is I feel like it's always hard to find Columbia's, but oddly enough, I feel like not enough people want to do Riff Raff. Maybe he's not sexy enough. I don't know.
He's too sexy. That's probably what it is.
I play it sexy, I'm sure. I'm sure that's exactly what I'm doing.
I think that bald is slept on often.
For sure.
Sometimes it's kind of hot.
When you slap that thing on your head, when you slap a bald cap on, or if you're actually, I become a different person. Like, I don't give a shit anymore.
Okay, this is a crazy tangent, but it is related. So the last date that I went on, it didn't work out, but we did kiss in the rain a little bit, and I touched his bald head, and I think that's why he didn't want to see me again, which is very rare, honestly. Like, not to toot my own horn, but usually it is me who's like, am I going to have to get another restraining order? I've never had to get a restraining order.
And all you have to do is touch Something they're deeply insecure about.
It felt like the few hairs of a baby bird in the rain. I was like, this is soft. And I think that's why he wasn't that into me.
Because you were stimming with his bald spot. It's disgusting.
But I maintain that it wasn't about me. I think it was more about him.
That's
just not feeling comfortable with himself and his baby bird hair.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to celebrate it, babe.
Yeah, let me rub on it. No.
I need the luck, okay?
Okay, I'll take it from this devil's, what's the word?
Advocate.
I'll be the devil's advocate here. What if he was concerned that you might make it worse with its constant rubbing?
That's
and
true.
that you would inevitably shine. It. Yeah, you would shine it and smooth it like a stone.
I say, I'm not even somebody who's, so many people are like, shave it all off. I don't think that you need to. I think we can just be humans.
I don't know. I'm team shave it off.
If somebody's willing to shine your head.
All right, yeah.
It probably feels great.
You know what else shines? Stars.
Yeah, I'm trying to help.
So, yeah, he couldn't handle the flying too close to the sun.
I'm a little too real for some people. I get that. I'm a lot.
But
it's not a me problem.
Yeah, and like that's it. So at the end of the day, I will say baldness is like it's a lifestyle, frankly. When I put on my bald cap, it
would be so freeing to not have to have hair.
Oh,
I know I don't have to have hair, but I do.
That's true. Or like I've been seeing that trend a lot online where they're saying like shave your head at least once. And as someone who has had like shaved head over the years, I don't know. I think my head has too much in common with like the giant mayo jars you get at Costco.
I was going to say the Rocky Mountains.
I have too many knobblies.
You have a geographic head.
Yeah, I got a bumpy head. We can't really
know for sure.
I don't know what's really going on under there too much other than I know there is a mole. But when I did ask the hairdresser, one of our good friends, Donna, love you, Donna. I remember distinctly at my appointment being like, Donna, is my head like lumpy? Like, is it normal? And she said, yes. And it made me feel better. But then after I thought about it, I was like, did she say that to be nice to me? And I think she for sure did.
I think she often says things to be nice, which, I want my hairdresser to be a hype man.
I know. And it's so good of her.
You can't go to a hairdresser who's like, babe, accept that you're mid.
Yeah. Or like, bitch, your head is lumpy. Like, yeah, that's true. I don't know if I could handle that. Although it's like, maybe my head's lumpy. What am I to do? I can't push him back in.
Also, who cares? If you're at the point that your head is shaved or you're completely bald, I think that you have given up a lot.
Yeah.
In the way of like caring about appearance at that point.
No, for sure.
So like, fuck it,
For sure. Although I think that mine is lumpy to the point of distracting. So
I feel like we would know if it was that lumpy. Like stuff would get stuck on it.
No, like there's a lump on the back that I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
One day maybe we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. That will open that can of worms.
When we both turn 70, we shave our heads.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to read you guys. So Rachel Harrison, you guys know that we love her.
Do you have something?
Oh, right. What have I been up to?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
I just, in thinking about BRAT, and it makes me think of, we went to like a BRAT rave sort of thing.
We did, yeah. That was
maybe like 6 months ago-ish. Doesn't matter. So fun. And just in thinking about like the more I've like pared down my core group of friends, but like I've appropriately placed people in different levels of friendship. It's gotten so much like social situations have gotten so much more enjoyable for me.
Okay.
And not that they weren't, but I think that for myself, I was like pressuring myself to like always show up as like this like certain level of friendship. And in the past, I mean, probably 2 years, but like in the past few years, but a lot more in the past year, I don't know, just like honoring like my own feeling about where somebody fits into my life and being like brutally honest about that and not like being performative to try to like maintain certain friendships or be a certain way has really just like, I don't know, has been beneficial for like feeling more authentic to myself and in those friendships.
Yeah. But I mean, because it gets tiring after a while trying to like have these friendships where it's like, do we even like each other? I don't know. And
Yeah. And I am very blessed to have like really amazing friends.
yes, and
And like I am a girl who has like lots of girlfriends.
yeah, and I will say that it's made it a bit easier for me that since you've cutting people, I don't have to pretend to be nice to people. So that
That
really
is true.
that works for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't like that.
No.
And I mean, do you pretend to be nice to
No,
people?
and that's what like I
They
feel
know.
like trying to be nice. I have to do it at work, and it's so draining. Then when I get home and I can peel off my fake
Skin suit.
skin and like be myself, because it's like, man, trying to be nice to somebody that like I'm even keeping my face from doing a thing is tuckering, honestly, because I can't help it. I'm just all the time, I feel like I get this look like I smell a fart on my face where I'm just like,
Yeah.
and I can't help it.
It's personality farts.
I gotta personality farts. Do you
where you're
think
just
that's a
like,
thing?
something stinks.
Yeah, something stinks and it's your attitude.
Smells like your personality ate a diaper.
Yeah, like a goat ate a diaper and then shit it out.
Yeah.
I hope no one ever says something like that about me.
Who cares? You know, if somebody thought that
That's
about
true.
you,
It depends on the person.
then like they're probably not fun.
If our mom said it, I'd be sad. Anybody else? Meh.
You're not gonna like what I have to say next.
That's so funny.
Just kidding. Susan
She
wouldn't say
would
that.
never.
So to jump into it, Rachel Harrison is a clear favorite of ours. She's like definitely one of our favorite authors. I remember, man, back when we started the podcast, like one of our first episodes was one of her books.
Yeah.
And I can remember the first few times like interacting with her online. This is also too much information, but I'm just going to say it because I don't care.
No.
So
I'm embarrassed.
it's not about you.
Our interactions with her?
No. Well, okay. So like I was on a vacation with an ex-boyfriend and he was being shitty diaper baby and I was having a not so fun time just trying to like, I don't know, exist around like a poopy man. Just a poopy person in general, but still, you know, because as the girlfriend, it became my problem for some reason.
Well, he's not going to mother himself.
That's true. I'm glad I resigned from that job. But it was like the contrast of talking to Rachel and being so like, oh my gosh, like one of my favorite authors is being really funny and cool right now. And like, she's saying words to me like she knows that I exist.
That's what I'm saying. That's so embarrassing to be like, she talked to us.
Yeah.
But
and having the diaper be like, oh, I need a breakfast sandwich. And then like,
why are you happy?
yeah, literally it's somebody like being unhappy because you're happy.
Like, fuck off.
But I will say in the long run, it really did help me realize that I was like, you know what is bad about this situation? I got to get this diaper out of my car. It's stinky.
Like, why is it a rain cloud?
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Thanks, Rachel.
Yeah.
Thanks for being chill, man.
It's like that stuff. Or I don't know. I remember even like going for walks and like listening to like Cackle and like it just being
listening to the return as I hiked through the woods and being like,
and just having like just like a fun day listening to like a nice fun book. It's just an enjoyable thing. I don't know. It is funny to like think. I don't that it made these like weird core memories of like I really enjoyed that day.
Yeah, definitely. It was so good.
Yeah.
So Rachel Harrison, yeah, a million good books. Everyone is so good. We recently saw her at her when she was doing her book tour for Play Nice. We saw her at Frenchtown, New Jersey, at the Frenchtown bookstore. First off, adorable town, so fun. What a great night. Her and Carrie Cullen did the most wonderful discussion, like interviewee discussion, just about like women's perception in society and like self-perception and like family relationships. It was really a great one. It was so
Yeah.
interesting.
And like fun to listen to. Good questions. And the venue itself, like the bookstore, had a little like garden outside that you
Ooh,
could
a
go out
grotto
to.
in the back.
And they had like little like charcuterie snacks and like
Like
warm apple cider.
cider
And like there was just like fairy lights up. It was very
and
nice.
pea gravel.
And there's just like women having conversations here and there. And it was very peaceful, very nice, aesthetically pleasing.
Very cute plants. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a really good time.
It was just a fun night.
Yeah. So I am going to read you guys the synopsis from the book.
Synopsis start.
Cleo Louise Barnes leads a picture-perfect life as a stylist and influencer, but beneath the glossy veneer, she harbors a not-so-glamorous secret. She grew up in a haunted house. Well, not haunted, possessed. After Cleo's parents' messy divorce, her mother Alex moved Cleo and her sisters into a house occupied by a demon, or so Alex claimed. That's not what Cleo's sisters remember or what the courts determined when they stripped her of custody after she went off the deep end. But Alex was insistent. She even wrote a book about her experience in the house. After Alex's sudden death, the supposedly possessed house passes to Cleo and her sisters. Where her sisters see childhood trauma, Cleo sees an opportunity, I'm going off the rails, for house flipping content. Only, as the home makeover process begins, Cleo discovers there might be some truth to her mother's claims. As memories resurface and Cleo finally reads her mother's book, the presence in the house becomes more real and more sinister, revealing ugly truths that threaten to shake Cleo's beautiful life to its very foundation. Did you guys catch that? That was me slamming the book.
Opportunities.
Oh, it was such a good one. I really liked this one.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Let me have a looky-loo at my notes here. So, obviously, there's like maybe demons and their sisters, and there's home renovations. What a great combination! So interesting, fun to listen to a story about. I always love a sister theme. Obviously, that's like part of our personalities now, but I think that was done really well too, of like sister dynamic, and like it was very real, and I liked that a lot because sometimes you can tell it doesn't seem as like fluid, we'll say, and this one just seemed, it was good like dialogue that I liked.
Definitely. It was, always good dialogue. Even like dialogue between Cleo and like her parents was really like,
Yeah.
it just, like Rachel's dialogue always feels so real.
That's true. Yeah, like the dialogue's always so good.
And it feels like, I don't know, that like it's not flowery. It's not like trying too hard. It feels like real things that you would say, but the things that are being said are very like poignant, and that it's just like enjoyable to read because it feels real. There's a lot that's funny, and the marriage of like humor and horror, which is the perfect marriage, it just comes through so well in the dialogue, and really just like, I don't know, like elevates both sides of that. Like the humor is better because of the horror, and the horror is better because of the humor.
Yeah.
And it just feels very like lived in. They feel like real characters that you're going to think about later. And it feels like real reactions that you would have to things.
Yeah.
I don't think this is too much of a spoiler, but I love, and again, it has to be done right. But when you can do, would say this is like moderately epistolary, where it's like written from the mom has like almost like diary moments from the book. So it's like flashbacks of the mother's book and things that she's written to Cleo inside of this copy of the book that she finds. Ugh,
I love that kind of
I
stuff when
am
it bounces
a
back and
sleuth
forth.
for any kind of
Yeah.
like discovery, researchy kind of like book moment.
Yes. Or like flashback stuff or like, yeah, like that extra information. I love extra information, especially where it's like putting the pieces together.
I think that's what it is. I like to be a detective, and that like really affords me an opportunity to like feel as though I'm putting the pieces together
Yeah. Yeah.
for the first time. Not that this other person created this for me to find.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I will say too, what I also really liked about this book was it's something that I find with a lot of things like this where it's like, all right, I'm watching this thing. It's not like the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm listening to it. And then I'll like pause it and I'll go to do something else. And I'll have to like walk to my car when it's dark or go downstairs or something. And then I'm like, oh my God. And like something will happen. I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared. And like it put me in a weird, like scared place. And I didn't even realize it.
This one did have some like legitimately scary parts.
Because I literally was listening to it and then I had to walk out to my car to leave for work and it was still dark out. And I was like, oh God. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm scared.
I'll just jog to my car. That's a normal thing I do sometimes.
Yes. And I don't know. Then there's like a deer outside and I'm like, ah! And I don't know. I love that. And especially in like something that's horror, but not necessarily like in your face horror. It's like scare you because of your brain horror. And I like that.
Definitely. Well, on the topic of BRAT, which is one of the things that I think about often. So at the discussion that we went to at this book event, I really liked that Rachel brought up that how women horror authors get treated and like women in horror stories get handled a different way than other characters, and how one of her goals with this one was to make the house as bratty as Cleo is. I'm gonna keep this going. Getting into the theme more. So when we went to see this book discussion, one of the things that really stuck with me was that Rachel brought up women horror writers and like how that gets treated, and just women in horror novels, and that women writing female characters in general in fiction gets treated with like a different kind of, I don't know, judgment.
Yeah,
I
like
guess the same way
scrutiny.
that women do.
Yeah.
She did mention, she wrote the article in People. I'm going to read the title of it. From Britney Spears to Meghan Markle, How the Media's Treatment of Women Shaped My New Horror Novel. Great article. You guys should read it. But also just in thinking about that, where like always having to like have this like redemptive arc and having to hold yourself back from being real as a woman, even as a fictional woman. And I really like that at that discussion, Rachel said that she wanted the haunted house, to be as bratty as Cleo is. I really like that. I really like that this character is free to kind of be a brat and exploring that self-expression for women that often gets demonized so terribly.
Yeah, and that like I don't know, people still like I don't know. Yeah, and that like I found myself quite liking this character, and it seemed like for all the wrong reasons. But then when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, because I like it because she's like bratty, and I like that. She's standing up for herself in a lot of ways. Like, yes, other ways where you're just like, that's a bit much, or like the performative things to get what she wants. Sure. But like, I also find those things funny. So like, I think it's funny.
And I would say that when you have a strong sense of self, even if somebody is that way, you don't have to let it affect what you're gonna do, like what your response will be. I don't know if that makes sense. But I don't know, to kind of continue what you're saying, I think women get such a bad rap for saying what they want and being really direct about it, but you're not going to get what you want unless you are about it and that you're like really clear about what's important to you. And I think we worry so much about not hurting other people's feelings, and that when I'm interacting with coworkers, they often are just saying a very basic thing where they're like, this patient needs more Tylenol. I'm so sorry. Why are you saying sorry in that moment? That's crazy. And like, you're diminishing everything else that you're doing by constantly apologizing and just not being clear about what's needed in a situation, and not being clear about like your own feelings, often even to yourself.
And we all have that habit, I'm sure. And like, it's the habit to break out of, and it's uncomfortable to be that person where you are being direct, and it's uncomfortable to be that person of like, am I hurting this person's feelings? I'm going to roll the dice here, and maybe I am. But you know what? You also have to stop and think like, if I'm hurting their feelings, then that's them deciding to have hurt feelings. I'm saying something direct, and it's not malicious. And frankly, even ladies, lean in, even if it is, I don't give a shit. Say whatever you want. You know why? Because we can. I'm going to do it.
Yes. Well, I definitely agree. I think that like you, I think the way to know how to feel about a situation, like, you know, in your
Yeah,
heart,
like
if you can genuinely say that this is something that you feel it is important for you to say, or you feel like somebody's, you know, starting to like tread on your own boundary or something like that, it's more important for you to make that boundary more clear to them. And it's not being mean to say what your expectations are in your relationships, at work, in your actual like romantic relationships, relationships with friends, or, you know, just people in the community. It's easier and kinder to just be direct about what is acceptable for you and what isn't.
yeah. And like, especially kinder to yourself, because that's the person who, at the end of the day, you've got yourself. So it's like, do right by yourself first. And like, yeah, not everybody's going to like what you say, but when you surround yourself with the people who do like these things, then you're with the right people.
Very true.
Or the
And
people who are going to like hold you accountable. Yeah, if you do say something shitty offhand, and they're just going to be like, whoa, you're just like, all right, all right.
I think that is a really good point to make because, okay, so I think that this is advice for like 90% of women, because I think that women err on the side of being too nice and not being honest with themselves or others about like what they actually want. For the other 10%, I think if you can feel in your heart, like, are you being a douchebag? Like, don't be a douchebag. Like, being a douchebag under the guise of like, I'm just bratty or I just want this, like, you're just being an asshole.
And especially coming from someone who's a little bit, and I've been described as, we'll say, in quote, rough around the edges. I know in my heart when I've said something that's a little too far, because yeah, you still have your moral compass, and like, you just take accountability for what you said, obviously, but it's like, you know. And I would say for the most part though, everything I'm saying is not, I don't know, not something that I shouldn't have said, because like, I'm not going to say those things. And like, I'm just a very direct person, and I'm very blunt. And like, yes, it does rub a lot of people the wrong way, but like, I don't know. The day I decided that is a them problem, I don't know. I just felt better. Or even like in my dealings with work, luckily I've spent a lot of time with like older women at work who I see them and how they talk to people and how it's very direct and unapologetic. And I was like, I want to do that. Like, and I learned so much from it that like it's been life changing, frankly, to even like change how I am at work with I'm more direct, I'm more blunt. I don't care if and frankly too at work, I'm not there to make friends anyway. So like, I'm not going to be like, I'm sorry for wanting to, no, answer my email or else. And then I just put that threat in there and then I get an answer.
It's true. You don't need to put emojis in there. You can just say what you need.
You can put emojis. So I'll put emojis when I'm talking generally to other women and I can tell we're of a similar age because of the way they speak back to me. We will exchange an emoji. Other people, yeah, because like I'm not saying sorry in an email. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Although what's funny to me is I get called Mr. Manzinger a lot and I get called Sir a lot in emails, which I don't think my emails read that way because usually I'm like, thanks, bestie. I'll take 5, smiley face. Love, Presley. And then they're like, all right, Mr. Manziger, your stuff's ready. And I'm like, all right, well.
Cool, thanks.
Mr. Manzinger is my mother. You can call me Presley. And then they're like, what? And I'm like, nothing. Just deliver it here. But that's just the fun of, I feel like being empathetic and making sure I don't want to upset everybody, but also I got to speak my truth. So,
yeah, I will say for the listeners who are like younger than like 32, probably.
So all 4 of you.
All 4 of you.
Listen up.
No, there's 6 now.
All 6 of you who aren't millennials, listen here.
Yeah, it's heavily millennial. We're cringe to everyone else.
Yeah. Listen up, you chuggy bitches.
Yeah. You non-chuggy sluts. Listen. I cannot tell you how much better things get when you stop caring what other people think about you and start living authentically. Man.
Yeah.
Because you start to think like, I'm going to be in my 30s and then I'm going to be a grown up and like, what's that going to mean? No, everyone feels that way forever. Literally, I talk to people all the time who are like 80. Like that is always going to be the feeling that you have. But once you take ownership of like really being yourself, the world is your oyster, babe. Like do right. Like you'll know in your heart, are you speaking your truth? Are you living in a way that feels congruous with your morals? Do you feel happy with your choices? Unapologetically do what you need to do to make your heart happy.
Yeah. And watching the other women around you, if you see a woman like living her life unapologetic and you like how she's living her, then just learn from her. Yeah. That's honestly how I've done a lot of it too. I see these other women doing that and I'm like, man, I want to do that. And then I just start doing it.
That's why like we are very community minded.
Yeah. 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 It's worked out well, I would say.
Yes.
Yes.
The other thing that I was going to touch on is like how BRAT as an aesthetic, kind of tying into that and kind of about like Rachel's article. I love the aesthetic of the early 2000s. Are we charging another battery?
I don't know, but all of the batteries on this thing suck.
Yeah, I was just saying how like being from that time, being from the early 2000s, I love BRAT as an aesthetic, BRAT's dolls, the whole thing then that has come back into fashion. I think the way that it is being brought back into fashion is actually like super cute and like a really elevated version of what it was.
No, for sure, because what it actually was, there was so much bad there.
Oh my, the body dysmorphia that haunts us all to this day.
Which is wild. Or like, yeah, where you look back with like 2026 goggles and you're like, oh boy, That's not good
Ugh.
for anyone's brain, or like
No.
especially women or like young
Yeah.
women to be
When
like,
you can like get it
ugh.
out of your head that you don't need to be a piece of fuckable plastic. Like getting away from that and being like a valuable like person because you're a person is very freeing.
Oh yeah. So like that, yeah, that coupled with like an
Ugh.
early 2000s aesthetic in a good way. Wonderful.
So cute.
So
Have
cute.
you guys seen Pen 15? It is so funny.
Yeah, this is, we're talking to you chuggy bitches now.
Literally.
Go watch Pen 15. It's
Ugh.
so funny, but it's such like an early 2000 aesthetic. It's so funny.
Yes. And like especially if you grew up in that time, it is so funny. But I guess we'll get to our game portion, which we've prepared a special little something for y'all.
Okay. So what we're doing for a game today is going to be me. I've written down a few things with the help of my Gen Z friends from actors. I met them at Rocky Horror, but Sophia, Ryan, and Tristan, thank you all. I love you, you little angel babies.
You are little sweeties.
They're so...
You're very delightful to be around. It gives me hope for the future.
For sure. They're like people I met out in the world doing a hobby that have become my actual friends, and like they're all so great to be around. I've written down 5 Gen Z phrases that I will be reading to Suzanne. I'm going to read a little sentence that I wrote that uses it, and then we're going to have Suzanne try to guess what the phrase means, or like what the sentence means, or something like that. So I'm going to start with an easy one here. I'm just going to read the sentence, and then
I think I might surprise. Maybe I know some of the slang.
You might know. I'm going to read the sentence, and then you tell me what the phrase is, and then you tell me what you think it is. All right? You're acting like a total unk.
Oh no. I mean, I would assume, is it uncle or unknown? Unk.
That's for you to decide.
I think that I would say this if somebody was hugging me too long and telling me that I had a lovely figure. Stop being such an unk. This is a phrase that you use to thwart a predator. What does it actually mean?
Unk is like how they say like old head now. So it's like an uncle. It is, but I think it's more endearing. Like, you're an unk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're acting like a total unk to me, that person's wearing like New Balances, or they like helped you fix your tire. You know what I mean?
That's
not creepy unk. I feel like that one's still
we've got different kinds of uncles, I guess.
That's for sure. But I think it's more of an endearing term. So
good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. So if somebody says it, don't start swinging. it might be something nice. Okay. At work, she mogs her coworkers.
What?
What do you think mogging is?
Mog. Mog. It sounds like something that you would do if you were like, is it like negging somebody? Mogging?
So mogging is when you like look better than somebody, or you're like doing better than you. So if you're like mogging the competition, you're like doing better than them. Or like at work, if you're mogging, you just like look better, or you're doing better than the rest of your coworkers.
I don't think you should apologize for that.
Yeah, guys, start mogging more.
It's actually a little concerning that they're worried about that.
I've been mogging without knowing this whole time.
Yeah, honestly, and this is a weird little tangent. Let me be an unk for a moment. Something that makes you feel a little bit jealous is actually a really good indication of what you want for yourself.
Yeah. That's
like, use that as your guidepost for something that you can improve about yourself.
Yeah. And like,
end of unk.
Yeah. End of unking. I think that's great advice, honestly. Like,
then
if
you can mog yourself, babe.
Yeah. You can mog at home. You can mog your family. You can mog the dogs.
The mailman.
I don't
mog your mailman.
I'd like to point out I am also a millennial. So like, I did my best here.
Man, I thought I would know some of these. I don't know any of these words.
That's why I tried to pick some good ones. All right. Would you have a look at that gat? Sure is large.
Okay, I know this one. I think a gat is a butt.
A gat is a butt.
But you can use it about anything the way that you could say butt about anything.
No.
It's only a butt.
I think it's only a butt, and I think it's like a big old butt, like a big old juicy butt.
Yeah. And I've heard gat with 2 T's.
It is 2 T's, yes.
Okay.
Gat.
Well, there you go. Well, I know because I got a big butt.
Yeah, that's also Googling that one was not a great
Ooh.
experience for me. So just know that I did put in the work.
Was it just like Pikachu's with a gat?
Honestly, yeah, I'm not kidding. Yes, like some weird, like shiny ass drawings where like, and I mean like shiny, like where I'm like, what is this?
It's so big it
It's
glimmers.
full of juice or something. I don't know.
It's shiny.
All
Big
right.
oiled butt.
I'm ending this right now. She was mewing, and the photos proved it.
I think I know this one too. I think this comes from the whole Kardashian, like how to take a photo thing. That like you're like pouty facing, trying too hard to be sexy.
Yeah, it is something. It said an oral posture, holding the entire tongue against the roof of your mouth to kind of like try and like I guess sharpen your face or something. Are you trying to do it right now?
Is it working?
You make that face when you're drunk.
I wish I was drunk right now.
Yeah, that's what.
Guys, I've been taking a little weed break. Sorry. Not sorry.
Oh, you apologized.
Every day. Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh.
Man, I'm staring at a pot leaf on a skateboard. I can't wait to smoke pot. But I'm on a little break.
You saying I'm staring at a pot leaf on a skateboard, that's like when people are in the desert and they're hungry and a tree becomes a turkey leg.
I'm just saying, Kayla planted that skateboard for me to stare at.
You had the same thing. It's just a design.
Oh, gosh, I love weed.
That's funny. All right, here. I've got the last one for you to try.
Yes.
You're the best friend I've ever had. No cap.
I also know this one. That means like for real.
Yeah.
It's like I'm being genuine with you. No cap. Why is it called that?
You know what? I didn't look at that. I thought
someone
it was really
who
funny,
is a
though.
youth, tell us why.
Yeah, because what's funny is I said it to Kayla, who is Gen Z. We have a little bit of an age gap.
Presley's a predator.
It's only like it's 4 or 5 years, but like, so she's Gen Z and we're both adults. But,
yeah, she's old too.
'cause I'm not even that old.
Yeah. None of us,
If
age
I'm old,
is not real.
I'm old, she's old. All right. And
Time's an
I
illusion,
hope
it's
she
fine.
hears this. But I said that to her the other day where I said, I can't even remember, like we were laying in bed and I said, I love you, no cap. And she did, like, as a Gen Z, she was just like, okay. like, all right, Grampy's got to go to bed now. Because I thought it'd be funny. And then I was like, I'm hip.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, that's literally what it felt like in that moment. And I was like,
Sexy, Sriv Buscemi.
Yikes.
Well, it was fun.
It was fun, and you know what? It was interesting to look up these things and to try and make sense of it myself.
Good to know. I will remember one of those.
Yes, I will try to use one in my daily life.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is going to bring us to everyone's favorite segment.
Yeah.
Holy
Poetry
smokes.
Corner.
Poetry Corner.
Back again.
I'm going to go first because you've been reading for a bit.
All right.
I went haiku with this one. I would really love to discover a diary. Feed me the secrets. The cheese that I would pair with this, I got really specific. It's the Rogue River aged goat milk, which is a Gouda style cheese. It is a pale ivory with a dense, smooth, like brown buttery kind of flavor. The label, I think, It's just very like elegant and a little goth, which reminds me of Rachel Harrison.
That's what, and I will say, meeting her and then obviously seeing her social media, her outfits are always so
She is
nice.
so beautiful and so well dressed.
Yeah, like, and you
The
can tell
aesthetics. The aesthetics on the books.
It's nice. So nice.
It's lovely. I'll stop licking your asshole in 2 seconds. If you will let me, I will. I'm just kidding. That's the different kind of uncle. Presley, what's your poem?
Don't make me laugh.
We'll do more magic to clear the air. Air cleared. Poem start.
Poem start. Mine's just a regular one. Roses are red. The neighbor is smoking. I keep hearing these noises. Maybe mom wasn't joking.
Oh, I like that.
Thanks, yeah. So the cheese I picked pepper jack just because it's a little spicy. And it's not everybody's cup of tea, but when you like pepper jack, you like pepper jack.
That's true.
And I love pepper jack.
You're a pepper jack gal.
So I did pepper jack, but also paired with a full glass of vodka, room temp.
The way God intended.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've been yapping a lot for this one.
Yeah.
So we will wrap it up. I'm going to start with my grazie and goodbye. And I promise that listen, if you are my friend in real life, just know I am supportive. I love my friends. I want you to succeed. I will see the beauty in all of you as a human. I really like to encourage people.
Your loyalty is
Thank you. And just, it's because I'm delusionally optimistic too, I think, that I like to look on the brighter side of life.
But a good judge of character. Because the people who deserve it, it is like the sun is shining on you.
Oh, thank you.
With Suzanne's loyalty, I will say that.
Yes, and it's not for everyone, and it is not for everything, because it is absolutely, like, anytime I'm blowing smoke up your ass, that smoke comes from my heart, and it is full of genuine love.
But when you're licking someone's ass, is that also from your heart?
After some room temperature vodka. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes it's Saturday, So what I'm thankful for is delightfully entertaining, yet real-ass writers. I love somebody who can perfectly capture, like, what I need when I need it, and that, that you're going to be able to, like, have really good conversations about these books afterwards, where you're able to, like, look inside of these themes and kind of, like, just, like, mull it over without feeling bad or pressured about things that you don't want to be, but that you can have some, like, thoughtful reflection about the past and the present. Yeah,
I like that. And
I like, it's all around rad. Great writers.
It's funny. Mine kind of pairs into that because my grazie is that I'm grateful for these book tours, because not only do you get to go out, you meet these authors, and especially meeting someone like Rachel Harrison, who's so nice and so smart and funny, and it's just a fun evening. You get to meet the other women who are there, and actually any of the other people who are there, because we met a lot of other people there as well, and, like, it's just a good sense of community, and you meet like-minded people, and it's, like, a fun, nice time, and, like, it's such a great thing that this person created this thing out of their brain. And it just brings people together for good conversation and, like, I don't know, like a fun little community.
Agreed. So, man, it's just, it's like people who like books, you're always going to have something to talk about. And being in a room full of women who also enjoy horror books is
it's fun.
It's so fun. There's no way that you're not going to have a good time there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it for you guys today. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Leave us a rating, a review, like, subscribe, whatever those things are. It definitely helps us out. And we are so glad to be back. You guys are the best, literally. Thank you for anyone who's listening to this.
And if you want to hear anything in particular, shoot it at us.
Anything you want to say.
A topic, not anything else.
Yeah.
not an arrow.
Don't shoot any arrows at us.
Please.
Again, please.
God.
Yeah, we really appreciate you.
Yeah.
And we look forward to the next one.
Yeah, so go out there and we want you to read some cheese.
And eat some books.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.